one day I was in the elevator at Wesley Long Hospital here, and I had on my name tag, of course. It said Dick Gray, Candyman, because that's my job every Thursday, delivering candy to the hospitals. And a nurse from Advanced Home Care, which is the home care arm of the hospital system here, got on the elevator, crowded, and she looked at my name tag and said, "Oh, Homeinstead Senior Care, you guys are great." And I said, "Now hold on a minute." I said, "You don't know me from Adam, do you?" And she said, "Oh, no, I don't." I said, "But I'll bet you what? I'll bet you've met some of our caregivers, haven't you?" And she said, "Yep, that's right, and they're wonderful people." We feel very special about them. They're just good people. I'm sorry. They do so much for us, and we can do so little for them. And I tell the story about the elevator, and so they know that they're the ones who are making us #1 in Guilford County. Has nothing to do with us, has all to do with how they go about doing their jobs. And I talk about Bessie, Ruth, she's 85, and she still works, and she'd rather clean than sit and chat.
We encourage the caregivers to come to the office. We encourage caregivers to come by on pay day to pick up their checks, because we feel that's a chance for us to have a personal communication with them, to find out how the job is going, to meet their families, to meet their children, to hear stories about their experiences with the clients. So it's a win-win. They get a paycheck, we get a good experience.
The caregiver parties are fun. We do awards and we do recognition, and Dick does do, the business segment in the beginning. There's of course lots of food and awards and prizes and things. It gives the caregivers not only an opportunity to interact with the office staff, but to interact with other caregivers that they might necessarily not meet. Or maybe they have met in passing with clients that are alike, but they don't get time to socialize or get to know each other on a personal level. That gives them an opportunity to sit down without having to be working, without having to be on a time limit, and laugh and socialize with each other.
When I got the birthday card when I was a caregiver, and what always surprised me was when I got an anniversary card. I think it's really important to recognize that people are showing commitment and they're staying with you, and to acknowledge that. And so I think those anniversary cards are really important. And then you sort of look at it and you go, wow, I've been with that company 2 years. Time passes and you're not always keeping track of it. And then you realize I've given, a lot of time to this company, and they recognize that as well.
When we first came to Homeinstead and we went to Omaha for our training, we were treated like royalty, and that was a clue. Homeinstead Omaha set the standard for us, and we carried it on to our office and to our caregivers.
And I started as a caregiver, so I understand that Dick and Susan immediately let me know that I, as a caregiver, that I was the important part of that company. Without the caregivers, there's no Homeinstead, and I felt that. And I tried to do the very best I could because I wanted them to be proud of me, and they were. And it feels good. Everybody loves to be successful in what they do and have somebody tell you that at the same time.
What the value that I understand is what I hear mainly from the schedulers, and when I go into the office, what the folks there have to say and the way they treat you. It's great. You're part of the family. They take time to talk to you. It's not a rush situation. You don't get the old bum's rush, as they used to call it in some of the old movies. They seem to really care about you, and that starts at the top and works its way down. What inspires my loyalty to the company is their loyalty to me. They care about me.
I think we make them feel like family, that we're interested in their life, what's going on with them, that we work with them as far as I need this day off, I need a month off. We are able to do that for them. It's not, oh, I've got to go to work, I can't take off. We give them that flexibility. Give us some notice, we like notice. Give us some notice and you can have off whatever you need to take care of whatever personal issues you may have going on. I think we make them feel welcome. We make them feel at home and that we care.
It's not just with words. They show you. They do it in action. Because to me, love is an action word. And they show it. Yeah, they're caring people. Not only caring about the caregivers, they care about the clients also. I feel like I'll be a caregiver for the rest of my life because, like I said, I enjoy doing this. And my focus is on helping people. I enjoy helping people, especially the ones that cannot help themselves. And I enjoy meeting people. I love meeting people because I learn from them also. I also learn reminiscing with them about the past. I learn from them.
That first client introduction, it's nice to have somebody that you know go there with you. It's tough just to knock on somebody's door and say, here I am. I'm here to take care of you. It's really, it helps both you and the client to have somebody that knows both of you. And you go in and introduce, say these are likes, these are dislikes, and try to get a dialogue started. It's a great help, great help.
We will do an introduction with a new caregiver, and it's important because I tell the family, we don't want a stranger coming to the door. We don't want the seniors opening the door to strangers. So you will always see one of us at the office, and I will name the names of the people that will come. And it's important because the caregiver already knows me, and I want her to feel comfortable as we go into a situation. And that just seems to work. It just sort of helps the continuity of starting that whole new adventure. Well, the importance of the introduction is, with my experience too, being able to help the caregiver because I've been a caregiver, so I automatically know how they can get things started. And they know about what the likes and dislikes are of these clients. They know what their responsibilities are going to be. And so we sit down and actually talk with the client, with the caregiver, about things that are going to be expected. And that just seems for the caregiver to feel like she's got someone backing her up. And the client knows too that there's somebody, that's watching everything that's going on. It's a lady who actually writes music. She's 94, and she writes music. She was an organist in a church. The caregiver that I found is an organist at her church, and so immediately they just started talking, and I could just see this lady light up, because, oh my goodness, here's somebody I can really chat with. Even though the caregiver's going to be giving her a bath, and helping her with personal things. But if they can become friends first, to me that's important. I call it the dating game sometimes when I'm doing service calls. I said it's like the dating game. Behind, chair number 3, I've got your caregiver. And they like that. They like that idea of being able to choose. And I let them know if the relationship does not work for some reason. It's just a phone call away of making, another change.